Thank you very much. Just all in here.
Okay.
Anyway, let's talk about this game because it's a huge game. Of course, Man United won the reverse 3-0, but they're in a rather different position now, aren't they, Don?
Yeah, it's one of them teams where I'm trying to think of who's favourite for the game, and no one's favourite. I'm trying to think, is it Man United because they're at home, not in great form? Is it Tottenham? They're a bit of a riddle. And it's one of these games I think we're going to watch, Leroy, and we're going to go, there's moments in the game. I don't think someone's going to walk away with it. I don't think anyone will be devastating in terms of their possession count. I think there's going to be the big moments in the game that's going to turn it.
Yeah, I mean, that game back in October, it's funny because I'm looking at the two managers now, and I think Man United fans would be more pleased if Conte was on that side and Man United was on the other side. Because that was pivotal, that game. It's a game where they both went into it with no form. Man United won it convincingly, and Nuno went straight after the game. And there's already been talk of Conte. They didn't take. They got Conte through the door, and all Spurs fans thought it was terrific. By the way, I think everybody thought it was a terrific appointment because we didn't think that Spurs were at a level where they could get someone like Antonio Conte through the door, and they did that. And loads of Man United fans were thinking, have we missed the trick? Have we missed the trick? A few weeks later, Ollie had gone, and they were left with an interim manager. So look, it was a pivotal game. I wonder what would have happened if Man United had lost that game.
They're in a different place, Man United now, compared to where they were in that game.
Yeah.
Marcus Rashford flying at the time.
Yeah.
Cavani looked as sharp as you like. Ronaldo the same. He was in form. Now you're looking at a group of Man United players who are not in good form.
So that's what I was just going to say, Leroy, because 1 week is a long time in football, okay? But if you look at their results last weekend, Manchester United, not only was a bad result, and it's no disgrace losing to Manchester City.
No, the really tough one to call. Man United at home, Tottenham, they've been up and down as well, inconsistent as much as Man United.
My feeling is when you look at Man United and Tottenham, I think Tottenham come into this game with more confidence.
Yes.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Will the result of this tell us more about who might finish above who in the table?
Yes.
At this precise moment, who do you think it is?
Neither. Arsenal.
Well,
Arsenal
you think neither of those two are going to finish above each other?
I think they're top four. Well, the way Man United and Tottenham are playing, it might be a possibility. No, I think it's one of them. We're living in the Premier League week by week, aren't we? If Tottenham win the game, you think, well, they're in cracking form, Tottenham. We've got a right chance, they've got a game or two in hand. United are still United with United's brilliant players, shall we say, or individuals that can get the job done. And you're surviving week by week. Arsenal, I think, are in the box seat trying to finish fourth. But if Man United win this game, we'll go, they're not done. Because it puts another nail in Tottenham's coffin.
It's interesting about momentum. I think if one of these sides win this game and get the 3 points, I think they'll have the momentum to go and finish in fourth. And I think that's how important this game is. I know, you're absolutely right. Arsenal are in the box seat. But you look at their games in hands and they're tough games. And I do think they're going to have a little bit of a rocky patch. And I've said Man United will finish fourth. But this is pivotal. And I think if Man United win the game, they could go and finish fourth and the same for Tottenham.
Don, Leroy touched on it earlier about the Manchester United fans would look at the two managers and maybe rather they had Antonio Conte at this stage.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, down the stretch, and if we focus on these two managers and Mikel Arteta, down the running, who would you rather was managing your side?
I think it's Conte. I think for sure. Even though Arteta, I think Arsenal's doing a fantastic job and they've come from the first month of the season being bottom. A little bit of a laughingstock. He was under pressure, maybe potentially facing the sack. The job that he's done in galvanising that team, they look a different team to me when I watch Arsenal.
Oh, yeah.
I was commentating on the Watford game, and even though it was 3-2, it looked a bit nervy towards the end. The football, the goals they scored were incredible. But I can't help but lean on, I think you'd rather have Conte. I think you'd lean on him for, obviously, his knowledge. They've all got different attributes for sure, but I think he's got the more authority. I think at any given time, he could turn around to any superstar at Tottenham and say, for this one game only, you're not playing. Rangnick hasn't got that at Man United.
Yeah, and he's got that winning mentality, hasn't he? And also, he's infectious on the touchline, isn't he? You just love watching.
But he has come out with things that, has been quite contradictory and a little bit fiery at times. I mean, he got asked a question the other day about finishing top four, and he went, I don't know. He went, I'm not having the conversation upstairs with top four. He says, because normally I'm having the conversation to win titles. So it's something he's not been a part of, just getting top four.
Yeah. What I think is really interesting, though, Leroy, is that if Antonio Conte was managing Arsenal or Manchester United at this stage, we'd almost be in no doubt that they would finish in the top four.
Yeah, and I think that's how much a manager of his level, that's the difference that he makes. With Arteta, You said about you maybe in danger of getting a sack. I don't think he's ever in danger of getting a sack. That's where Arsenal were. They needed someone who could go through that process and see it through. But these sides are clubs that need an instant impact. And you saw that when he went in there, and then obviously it rode back a bit. But I always felt that Man United were the perfect fit for him. But I'm delighted for Tottenham fans, because even though they've had a tough time, Tottenham fans can never say, no, we've got one of the best managers. Yeah. They've always been, no disrespect to the managers they've had, they've always been at just a level below. This is one of the top managers in the game. And it's either make or break. They'll either do it, they'll either win something and really start to challenge, or it won't happen. But that's where Tottenham fans want to be.
That's the thing with Tottenham at the moment. If they don't finish top 4, all the questions will come back round again. Is Antonio going to stay? Is some of their superstar players like Son and Harry Kane, are they going to stay? Are they going to go in the summer? If they do get top 4 and this man gets them top 4, all of a sudden you flip it on its head and you go, well, he potentially stays on. Yeah. He potentially keeps Harry Kane on. He keeps Son on. He can build in the summer. His signings have been good. Then all of a sudden you can try to see where Tottenham are going to get to next season. But it's all on the remaining games. And this one, first of all, is crucial.
We talked about Conte and we talked about the impact he's had on Tottenham. What impact has Rangnick had on Manchester United? How much have you seen?
I've seen bits and pieces. I've seen times, and by the way, within 90 minutes as well. So the two halves of the game have been so different in terms of the levels that they've reached, and Man City is a great example of that. But I think he's got a very, very tough job. Going in for like 6 months, it was always going to be impossible. I don't think. And I'll be honest, I don't think he's going to go upstairs at the end of the season. I think he'll most probably move on. So I think he can focus on what legacy does he leave behind. And he needs to leave a legacy behind where he's sorted a few things out, sorted all the problems out for Man United in terms of personnel, in terms of how they're going to play moving forward. There's loads of things he needs to sort out. I think he just started to do that with the team that he picked with Man City, with Ronaldo not being involved. I thought that was always going to be an ongoing problem. Long term, at 37 years old, I never thought Ronaldo was going to be the long-term solution to this. But it needed someone to go and sort it out, not for a new manager to come and thinking, my focus is on sorting out, Ronaldo and Cavani and all these players and Pogba. So I think he'll sort that out. So the best I can say from Man United, he might leave a legacy where the new manager comes, he's in a much better place to move Man United forward.
Don, big managers need to make tough decisions, right?
Yeah.
Wheeling a player in, locking a player out.
Yeah.
See what I did there? Okay. Do we think Ralf Rangnick can do that? Has he been doing that at Manchester United?
Well, he can, because he proved it last week. Listen, we don't know if Ronaldo was injured or he was dropped. Depends on what blogs you read and who you listen to. There was a theory he was setting up before or without Ronaldo in this game. I've got to say, I know they've done quite well in the first half, and we'll touch on that later on, but I thought this game they were totally outclassed. Jadon Sancho's just starting to come into a little bit of form. I mentioned Elanga totally outclassed. Jadon Sancho's just starting to come into a little bit of form. I mentioned Elanga last week, who came off the bench, really good. Apart from that, and David De Gea, there's not many positive signs. They got outplayed, the lack of fight. The referee runs past Fred. Look on the edge of the box. Lindelof thinks about closing down. Bodies on the floor. It's a shambles. Maguire doesn't clear the ball when it came off De Gea. They're not marked there, so that comes from the coach. That's bad set-up play. This can happen, but again, Telles, stay with your runner, trying to play offside. It's laziness. And there's so many more questions when you look. I don't think he'll leave a legacy behind. I don't, Leroy. He's only been at the club 6 or 7 months. He won the games that you expected a Man United team to win. When he comes up against the big side, they don't produce, they tend to lose.
But they can't produce because they were they're nowhere near Man City. That's the problem.
He's leaving no legacy behind them.
What is it, if he does leave a legacy, Leroy? What is it?
It's a legacy of how are Man United going to move forward as a team and challenge the likes of Liverpool and Man United going forward.
Do you think they're anywhere close to that, though, now?
Well, look, they're not close to it. I'm talking like 3, 4, 5 years, but that's what he has to do. And what Don said, they were outclassed. We knew they were going to get outclassed before the game. I remember us saying there last week, they are miles behind Man City. They are miles behind
the manner of the defeat.
No, but they are miles. But look, I'm going by recent performances. Man United have been nowhere near these sides. Nowhere near these sides. And it's you can be outfought and you totally outplay, and they were. And the second half was an embarrassment for them again, by the way, because you looked at the previous performances against Man City, they've been embarrassed so many times recently. The point I'm trying to make is that United have to have a plan going forward of how they're going to play, and it can't change from week to week. Oh, we're going to play 4-3-3. We're going to play.
But what legacy does he leave behind, Lee? If you said before, you don't even think he'll stay on at the football club, he won't go upstairs, he'll move on.
Yeah.
What legacy is that?
Well, the legacy, I think the legacy is that there's too many individuals at Man United who just turn up and think they just got to turn up and play. And I think you've got to move those out. I think that the problem with Man United, they sign a player, they think everything's going to be sorted because you sign a big name player. That's got to go. It's got to be the way that you play, and they've got to be integrated into a system where they think they can be successful.
But we stood in this very studio, Leroy, at the turn of the year, and we said, what's wrong with Manchester United? They have no system, they have no idea, they have no plan. Even when Arsenal were miles behind in points, we were like, okay, but at least we can see what they're trying to do. And since then till now, has enough changed for you?
No, but it's got to change a lot more. But what I do want to see, and I hear it from ex-Man United players all the time, who were absolutely distraught after the game. I was like, oh, it's a disgrace. But they want to see a Man United who are on the front foot. They want to see a Man United who say, look, you're going to have to be better than us. And I've never seen that from a Man United side under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or in recent years. And what I want to see is a Man United on the front foot, playing high up the pitch, just like Liverpool and Man City do. Their two centre halves are high up the pitch. Man City centre halves are 15 yards inside the opposition's pitch. I've never seen that from this Man United side because they've got two centre halves who are too slow, who can't run. And that needs to be addressed. You can't cover up people's deficiencies. And what you do is you put a system in where you think, you're not good enough. You're not good enough. Out you come. We're going to get players who are good enough. All the best teams in the world, the two centre halves are usually the best defenders. Real Madrid, when they're the best centre halves in the world, they dictate how you play. And if you've got two centre halves who can run, who can get on the ball in possession, by the way, like Liverpool and Man City, it gives you a platform to go and be successful. United have not had that. And so I think that's what he sorts out. He works out who can cope and who can't cope. And that game against Man City, it highlighted not only the players who started, but some of the players who came on who shouldn't maybe not be at Man United or be playing in the Man United shirt.
It looks good, and I suppose Tottenham can go into this game with a lot of confidence now for something special as we test the memory of the Premier League's most dynamic duo.
Nice one to break the record with. No.
No.
So this is our first. This is
Stoke away,
our first combination. Stoke away.
Yeah.
The first ball I tried to shoot and I missed. Yeah, and then Sonny was there back post and put a lovely.
H was streaming, I think.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He's a bit disappointed
through
between the legs.
I don't know why I touched that, to be honest. Normally I just finish that first time, but.
Make sure that you score.
Just make sure that it worked. Yeah. Our first combination, eh? Oh yeah. Huddersfield.
Yeah, Huddersfield won at Wembley. And the very rare goal. I think we spoke about it. And look where I'm.
Yeah, I look now and I see Sonny, and I just knew I could just hold out a little bit and put the ball in the right area, and then he'd be able to catch it up. And I was saying he don't score many headers, so that's quite a. It's
very rare, isn't it?
That's quite a rare one for us, but.
It's not easy. It's not easy cross like this. I think it's one of the best quality of what here he has. Oh no.
I think I know.
Southampton.
Yeah. The fourth goal.
Yeah, the fourth goal.
Fourth goal. Similar to the Huddersfield a little bit. Similar sort of thing. Probably like going out to the wing a little bit. This was more of a pass and a cross, maybe.
It was a great move.
But yeah, just kind of looked there, and then we have a great understanding, so we know kind of where each other are on the pitch. So even though I'm looking up, I kind of know already that he's going to be there. And again, thankfully, put it in the right spot. Great touch and great finish.
But we talk as well. We talk a lot after doing the training session. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Please, when I have the ball, move this way, and then I think this is after 7 years. So we are understanding quite really, really well. So.
I know it already.
Yeah, me too. Arsenal, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's.
This one was an easy one for me. I just passed to Sonny on the halfway line, and then there you go. Go on, Sonny, go and do something special.
But I think this game was special because it was a derby, but it was a hard time because of the COVID situation, and first time when the fans back, you know, like
Yeah, we had a few thousand.
8,000 or something, and yeah, the atmosphere was really really good, and yeah, it's just a special combination, a special goal, isn't it? Because
it's a nice angle, this one.
Yeah.
Ooh. Very nice.
Yeah, I know as well.
Same game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love this combination because it's a beautiful finish as well. It's hard finish from that angle with his weak foot.
Yeah, we kind of see it here. I kind of don't know where to run at the moment because I'm like waiting to see where it unfolds, and then obviously when Sonny gets the ball, I see a little bit of space to go around him, and Sonny just timed it perfect. And yeah, 4-3-2. It was like a weird situation, and then it was just kind of timing it right, and obviously Sonny just committed defender there. And
but we sometimes we training this situation. Sometimes in the counter attack you attacking 4v2. Sometimes you don't score a lot of goals, but I think this situation was like just perfect. When as soon as touch inside, I knew the defender is gonna come, so I knew H is running behind me. I just need to pass well, so he's gonna finish it up. So yeah, it was perfect timing and it was a great finishing.
this is Newcastle away.
Oh yeah, that's a great combination, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really
all about
good team goal.
Yeah,
and
because this touch is I think a bit underrated. Yeah,
great ball and then
great cross.
Easy
job.
Yeah,
easy job for me.
No, that's a really good team goal. Just like say all the kind of attacking players involved in that action, and
look how happy we are.
Good celebrations.
Yeah, we are.
The guy in the background ain't happy.
Oh, yeah. That's not the best angle, is it? Oh no. For me, I think this one is my favorite one because it's also the game, kind of waiting these chances. As soon as when the chance, when I had the ball, I knew where was H.
Yeah. And we actually spoke about that before the game. I said about cutting inside.
Yeah.
So I knew there'd be space, kind of, if Sonny cut in off the left to whip that ball in. And I think I played the ball to you first. They headed it away, then Ceci put it to Sonny. And I was about 40 yards from the box.
And then he was sprinting.
I could just see the action unfolding. I just knew it was going to...
Yeah, just imagine I cross wrong. H will be angry. So luckily the ball was soft and nice, and his finishing was, again, absolutely joke.
But no, that's a great game, obviously. And,
great game, great goal, great win.
Great win. Done it. Thank you. We'll keep it going.
Wow, they really do have such wonderful, memorable moments, don't they? Forming quite the dream team, just like us.
Just like me and you. Like me and you, if you watched our footage back again.